side as well. So if you can hear me okay, if everything's clear, just put a yes or a 1 or something in the chat box so I can see. Let me just move that. I'm just kind of customizing the screen a little bit. Perfect. Jack, you wanna do an audio test?
Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, Jack Scanlon here. Going to be helping Dylan out a little bit. Excited to get started. Can you guys hear me as well? Loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you guys.
Jack, you can see all the questions too, yes?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. All right, guys, we're just going to chill out for maybe 2 minutes or something. Let it fill up a little bit, and then we'll get started. If you have any initial questions, anything you want to ask right now, then feel free. We have 2 or 3 minutes, so I'm just going to get a drink of water. All right. Here we go. I'm just customizing everything on this side, Jack. This is the first time I've done a webinar on this actual setup, so having the multiple screens and everything is a little weird for me.
Yeah, no problem.
There we go. Now go to
Hey Bobby, yep, we're gonna have a replay, so we're recording right now, and as soon as we get that rendered, we'll shoot it out to you. So give us a couple hours after the call's over, and we'll shoot that out to everybody. So
yes, we're recording on 2 different screens or 2 different systems, so hopefully one of them works.
Oliver, is this Amazon training? Just curious. Not necessarily. No, this is physical products in general. So we're gonna show you a few different things. It could be used for Amazon, but it's not necessarily Amazon. It's essentially how we're using Facebook right now to sell physical products. So
yes,
we're mostly using eBay at the moment. So that's what we're going to show you guys today.
That being said, this can be a prerequisite for using Amazon. We use essentially this entire system as a validation mechanism for proving products before we ship them to Amazon, right? So we're actually dealing with Amazon right now and fulfillment by Amazon and things like that. We'll be shipping out 100 products or so in the next 24 hours, but we'll have webinars and content for you guys on that at a later date. Oliver, right now, sourcing is done mainly by eBay. We are ordering in from China, but that's not going to be covered in this webinar. In this webinar, we're going to be showing you the sourcing from eBay. And Patricia, it's not necessarily a product pages webinar. We do use that software in this system, so there will be some insights as to that, but it's not 100% product pages based. Perfect. Yeah, Oliver, we'll go through and show you exactly what we're doing. And sorry, everybody, Oliver asked or said the margins on eBay must be thin. They're not as thin as you'd think. And we'll show you that, and we'll show you how you can actually make money on it. I think we're good to go. Yeah, Jack?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, one more drink of water so I don't get parched. All right, guys. So, again, if you have any questions, just post them in the questions box. We'll try to get to them as soon as we can. If we have to leave them for a few minutes, then we will. Jack, when you delete questions, just to keep this kind of clean, does that delete on mine as well?
Let's see. I'm going to delete. How does this source? Did it delete that for you?
How do you source?
The question Oliver posted. How do you
no?
How do you source? I deleted it.
We got to clean our own then. That's fine.
All right, it's fine. I'll manage the questions box, man. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
You do your thing.
I shall. All right, so there we go. Everybody can see my screen, yes? If you could just post a yes in the questions box. I just want to make sure I'm not jumping ahead and nobody can see anything. Yes, yes, beautiful. All right, so in this webinar, we're going to show you exactly how we've been selling thousands of dollars in physical goods with Facebook. So using Facebook ads, some organic traffic, but mainly through Facebook ads. I'll take you through one of the products that we've been selling and show you the process from start to finish. By the end of the call, you'll be able to start selling products easily on Facebook. So we're going to actually take you from beginning to end, show you the Facebook ads, show you the actual sales pages, show you the follow-up content, everything that we can. All right. So before we get into that, we just kind of want to dispel any not rumors or myths, but we want to make sure everybody has faith in the program or in the system and believes that this is actually what we are doing. So I'm going to jump out of the PowerPoint. That was short-lived, but I'll jump out of that PowerPoint for a minute, and I will jump over. If you own product pages, then this is going to look familiar to you. Okay, this is where we process orders. Now, guys, please, there is customer information in here, so please, don't copy email addresses or names or anything like that. This is all obviously confidential information, but I can't blanket out live on a call. Okay, so just wanted to show everybody that these are the orders we're processing. So you can see each order is typically $18. We do get multiple purchase orders, so $36 here, $54 here, 36 there. We do, some people order 4, maybe 5 of the same product, depending on your choice of product. If it's something they can give away, something they can gift, things like that, then they'll order more. So we do get orders up to 72. I think $72 is the highest order we've gotten for a single product. Is that right, Jack?
Yeah, so far, yep.
I think so, yeah. But you can see we have 365 items here. Now, the cheapest product, not the cheapest, the least expensive product that we sell on this website is $18. So that is a minimum of 365 sales at $18 each. Okay, so I'll just click over just so you can see that it's actually full. And like I said, minimum $18 per transaction. You will get some of these that are like $26.50. That's for like a t-shirt that we use as an upsell. $36 there. I'll do one more page, just see if we can find one of those 72s. $25.98 there, $54 here, 36. Oh, $12.99, that was a sticker that we tried out. There's a 72 right there. So this was an order. The product was $18, and they decided to order 4. We've had a bunch of orders like that. We've never had an order of 5 though, so waiting on that. Okay, I'm just gonna jump back into the presentation. Jack, you can see my screen just fine?
Yep, good to go.
It's the new system, so I wanna make sure.
No worries.
All right, so as you can see, we're doing really well with the system, and it's super easy to set up, okay? So the first thing that you need to do is pick a product. Now, this is probably the most important step. If you don't take the time to do this, nothing else really matters. It's kind of like back in the SEO days, right? When you would start a website and you would choose your keywords. If you don't do your keyword research, it doesn't matter what else you do, right? Because you're not going to get anywhere. You're either going to go too competitive, or they're not buyer keywords or something like that. So we have strict, very specific methods that we use to find all of our products. And Jack's actually going to explain those to you. So Jack, if I can find my mouse here, I am going to make you the presenter.
Awesome. So yeah, so basically we're going to walk through the whole process here, and just to answer Kurt's question, so we're doing 5K gross, right? That's a bit more believable. So the things that you were seeing right there is only part of the equation. We've also got a lot of stuff running on ClickFunnels, and we have a lot of upsells operating in the back end on T-Shirt Gang and some other places. And so yes, in that screenshot right there, that was about 5K gross, or $6,500 gross actually. I calculated it while Dylan was talking. So 365 transactions times $18, $6,500.
Assuming all transactions were $18.
Gross revenue, yeah, right. So some of them were $26.50, some of them whatever. And so yes, we have to minus some fulfillment costs and things like that. But we'll show you all that here in a second. So
now, really quick, Jack, before you jump into the eBay thing, the thing to remember with this, guys. Okay, now we can see your screen. The thing to remember with this is not something that is going to cost thousands of dollars to get set up. Okay, the barrier to entry for this is very low. All right, it's essentially your Facebook ad spend. If you can spend $20 in one day and sell 3 products, then you have a winning product and you're in profit right away. Okay, We have not gone negative on this. I don't think at all. Maybe one day, I think, when we were having issues with the sites.
Yeah, maybe once while we were tweaking.
But other than that, we really have never hit negative. Um, we typically on one of our funnels we will average about $100 a day in profit. The only time we'll go negative is if we're testing, multiple products or throwing in different upsells or something like that. So the main thing to remember, whether this is grossing $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, or $1,000 a month, that's scalable based on your input into this, right? And your input into this is going to be directly reflected by the output from it, okay? So as long as we can choose products effectively and set it up properly to make sure we're not going negative on each funnel, then this is infinitely scalable. If that makes sense, I hope that does. Anyway, Jack, go ahead.
No worries. Yep, totally makes sense. So guys, we're going to go through the process of picking a product on eBay. And so we've kind of perfected a system a little bit where, almost every time I would say at least 1 in 3 of our products are successful right out the gate because we've perfected this process, right? And essentially what we need to do is it needs to be something unique, right? It needs to be something cheap enough, and let me look at the criteria again just so I can remember everything. It needs to be something cheap enough that you can sell it on Facebook, right? Someone's not going to buy something for, $10,000 or $5,000 off of Facebook. You might be able to pull that off, but essentially it needs to be cheap enough that they'll buy it online in sort of an impulse purchase, right? People that are buying these things off of Facebook, these are passionate niches that we're going after, people that are excited about what's going on, and these are cheap, low barrier to entry products that are sort of an impulse buy to get them into our funnel so that we can upsell them into higher priced things, right? So what we're doing here is, we're not going for the $5,000 generator or the even $100 item. We're doing a low $18, as you saw, impulse purchase in a passionate niche to get them into our funnel so that we can upsell them infinitely into the other things that we've got going on. And so just to kind of give you an idea of what we're doing. So what I want to do is this, not getting any sound. I logged out and came back in. Everybody can hear me okay?
I got you fine.
All right, awesome. So throw a couple of niches, markets into the chat box that you guys want to look into here a little bit. I want a little help with the research here. So we've got some things we're doing, but give me some ideas here.
Look at the first 2 that came in.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, so, guys, just try to make sure that these are passionate niche. Do you say niches or niches? I say niches.
I say niches.
Okay.
Niches must be Canadian.
I guess, yeah. Just make sure they're passionate niches, and you see, Mr. Rob's got it right.
Right.
But that way we can choose an appropriate product.
All right, so I like football. We got weight loss, healthy living, wedding photography, survival photography, iPhone case. Okay, what else? Give me a couple more here, guys.
Let me just touch on this, Jack.
Yep.
With iPhone cases, that's not really a passionate, like obviously there's passionate iPhone users, but what you would want to do is find, let's say the niche is football, that would be your niche, and the iPhone case would obviously just be a product within that niche, right? So we can sell football related iPhone cases to people that love football, if that makes sense.
For sure. I like this one, Frozen, the movie.
Oh my God.
Pets, trains, fitness. Yeah, it totally did. All right, what do you like there, Dylan? I'm thinking maybe football.
Yeah, well, I would stay away from survival because that's basically what we're showing in the.
Yeah, we're gonna show you guys that case study essentially in the thing, so we don't want to make it.
So there's like no need to touch. Yeah, go with football. Go with Sam.
Football. All right, cool, Sam. Let's do football. So here's essentially what I do, the process that I go through when I'm researching a market. So we figure out a niche that we want to go after, right? And I just go up here and I start with my base keyword, right? And see what I come up with. So we'll type in football here. And one cool thing that you'll see up here at the top is related, right? So it'll say football ball, soccer for the European people, football helmet, football gloves, football gear, football cleats, etc. Sometimes you can find some golden nuggets up there, so just kind of keep an eye out. Sometimes I'll see some things that are like, oh, whoa, that's interesting. Wouldn't have thought of that. But what we're looking for here, again, is something unique, something interesting that needs to be an impulse purchase. And so, football cards, a football, those are kind of boring things that everybody has, right? We're looking for something that is going to pop. It's going to stick out to these people on Facebook, right? So what I like to do is I'll scroll through the first page and just kind of see what we got going on here. But a lot of this stuff looks kind of boring. Let's just see. I'll show you what I do here in a second if we don't see anything. Football earbuds, those are kind of cool.
Yeah, they are, right?
All right, so something like that I might look into, right? It's only $7.99, so you might be able to do that. Let me just open that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's kind of, I've never even looked at that.
186 sold, so obviously those are selling, right? Here's a little golden nugget for you. eBay tells you exactly what's selling, right? Right here I can see that there's 186 of these sold already, right? And it's red. So they're telling me this is a hot item. Keep an eye on it, right? So we opened up that one. That's a good one. We'll look back into it. Football gloves, maybe. Okay, cool. So some basic stuff on the first page. To expand a little bit further, I do things like this. Cool football, and hit enter. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so anything that says it's related to like cool football stuff, we can put in like weird football stuff at the top. We can put in, look at all this weird junk that people are selling. Football, that's a soccer necklace. Football pads. Let's see. So I'm just going to, show you guys exactly the process that I go through. I don't do anything crazy or fancy. I just browse through a little bit. Let's look at weird football. Oh, wow. Fan art football figure sculpture, one of a kind.
That's probably not a good one to get into. Huh?
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm digging those headphones, though. Those
yeah, no, I like the headphones.
So I'm just going to browse for minute here and just see if there's anything else, but if not, we'll go with those headphones for now. Let's see.
Now guys, the thing to remember with this is obviously you want it to be unique, you want it to be in a passionate niche, you want it to be small, right? Because we don't want to pay massive shipping fees or anything like that. And obviously keep the price as low as you can, and if possible get free shipping.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, cool. Let's go with that. So let's jump over here and check this out. And just like Dylan said, you want it to be small and inexpensive. So we've got those two things nailed down. It's headphones, right?
Wow.
So those are
look how many they sold.
In a small package. Wow, these guys have sold 4,795. So anyone on this call, this could be a winner for you. So I would jump on this if I wasn't on a webinar right at the moment.
Yeah, now just so you know, guys, we don't do anything with this. We don't touch football right now. So, this isn't coming from like a case study that we've run or anything like that. So this is wide open. The first one to jump on it jumps on it. So.
All right, cool. So these guys have sold over 5,000. It meets all the criteria. It's interesting. It's unique. It's in a passionate niche. As Dylan brought up, it's a small packaging. It's inexpensive at $7.99. It's got plenty of room for a markup, right? Because we want to make a little bit of profit on here to cover our shipping costs and put a little money in our pocket as well. So we could probably get away with selling these for 18 bucks because they're team related, they're customized a little bit and they're kind of cool. And here is a huge plus. Right here, you guys see this? Free shipping. Anytime that you can find a product that has this right here, free shipping, you're in the gold. Because what you can do then is you can build in shipping to your costs if you want to, put more profit into your pocket. So let's say, you sold these for 18 bucks minus $8, so you've got $10 in profit there. You're not paying for any shipping, but let's say that in your, on your sales page, you added in $3 for shipping. Well, that's going straight into your pocket because you found a product with free shipping. So I hope that makes sense. But
now, Jack, really quick before you go past this.
Yep, go ahead.
Pay attention, guys, when you're looking at things like this, what the item location is. Now, this is incredibly rare to find free shipping from in the United States. Okay, they must have built it into their price, but typically when you find free shipping, it's going to be like in an eBay e-packet from China, and it'll take like 3.5 weeks to get to wherever it's going. This is actually local or domestic, so it's in the United States, which is a good thing to pay attention to.
Geez, we accidentally stumbled on a gold mine here.
Yeah, exactly. And number two is pay attention to perceived value, right? How much, if you go to the store, how much do you buy a pair of earbuds for, right? like I know I have, well, my earbuds cost $300, but like the price varies wildly between discount earbuds at Walmart, going to the Apple store and getting earbuds, going to Best Buy and getting earbuds. So you almost never see them for $7.99. So a markup to $18 is not a stretch by any means.
No, not at all. And again, what Dylan and I do usually is we'll start around the $15 to $18 mark with the product, and then we'll just bump it $1 every so often, or bump it $2, just to kind of see, like, do our sales go down, do our conversions go down, kind of what happens there, how much profit can we build into this product, and how much can we up the perceived value of these and still get away with it, essentially. So this is huge. This is wide open. You could niche down and do it by team if you wanted to and sell these headphones. You could do just football fans, whatever you decided to do. And here's a little bonus ad for you, right? So we'll show you this whole process on how to set these funnels up here in the next couple of steps. But essentially, you want to pay attention to this stuff down here, right? I'm already thinking upsells, right? We have earrings, we have necklaces, we have more earbuds, we have sunglasses with NFL logos on them, we have football gloves with NFL logos on them. So easy upsells to build into your funnel right here if you wanted to do that, right? You do a $18 front end, earbud piece, and then you upsell people into their team sunglasses, right? And again, maybe you charge, $25 for that, right? You're still getting them for $7.99. It's a huge bargain and big time perceived value because sunglasses are typically expensive. So, I mean, that's essentially the whole process. I don't do anything crazy. I just look for weird, interesting, unique items to look for, right? So if I wasn't happy with those earbuds, I would go back here and keep looking. So let's say that these don't sell, right? This is just the continuation of the process. Let's say we throw these up, we spend, $20 to $40 and we don't make a sale on Facebook advertising, right? So I just come back to the drawing board. I'd keep browsing through here till I found another item, something, maybe these stickers, right? Football teams stickers, right? We could test that out. These are $1.58. Maybe you sell them for $5.99. It's kind of a, one of those things. You just got to throw it up and see if it works. But it's pretty easy to tell right out the gate when you've stumbled on something, cool that's going to actually work. Like when I saw those earphones, I was like, that's probably going to work. It's interesting. It's something that I would personally buy, right? So I think other football fans would buy that as well. And so when you're looking for these, whether it's football, whether it's survival, whether it's, somebody said fitness, somebody said frozen, just whatever market you're going after, go in, use words like cool, interesting, weird, awesome, and then your keyword, and you're going to drill down and find the things in that market that people are selling on eBay that are cool and interesting and unique items that you're going to be able to sell to these niches on Facebook. And so basically that's the whole process. I don't know what the slides say after this, but I think I'm going to hand it back over to you, Dylan, and you're going to walk through the actual setup.
Cool, man. Another good thing to do, guys, is like Jack said, throw on, unique, cool, weird, whatever, plus your keyword. But if you can't find anything with that, just toss on accessories onto the end, right? So you can always
good one.
Look for accessories for whatever niche that you are in. Yeah, so if you want to pass that back over to me, I'll find my PowerPoint wherever that went. Show my screen and let me know when you can see my screen.
There you go.
Okay. And I'm just going to address Sam's question right here. So Sam asked, so do you email the buyer before you decide with the product to make sure he will drop ship for you? Now, Sam, to be totally honest, I've never actually emailed the buyers. I know some people do, but for the most part, we've never really had an issue.
Yeah, and honestly, like, there's so many people selling on eBay. Like, if I typed in football headphones right now, there's probably like 50 people selling the same thing.
Yeah. So
one of them's going to fulfill for me. So I just kind of don't worry about it.
Sometimes they do try to limit. So you will find, let's say, a listing and order a product and send it to your customer. Then go back and sometimes it'll say, like, this vendor has decided that you're only allowed to order one product every 10 days or something like that. So you do want to make sure that you have multiple vendors that you can buy from. The products that we purchase, typically we have like a dozen or so vendors that sell the exact same thing. So that's just our way of mitigating that issue. Na- Natalia. Okay, so Natalia says, do you ever have complaints from customers? How do you handle returns? Do customers contact you through your Facebook page? There are always unhappy customers out there, like 1 out of 10 or so. Now, we do, on occasion, have unhappy customers. Now, because this is all processed directly through our PayPal account, they do get our PayPal support email address. So I handle everything. Actually, my assistant handles everything through that support email address. So whether it be, they didn't receive tracking numbers, because you got to think, like, all of these tracking numbers and whatever else are going to be going to your account, and it is a massive amount of work to relay those over to people, right? So again, if you're shipping from China, that 3 weeks is a long time, right? It can be done. It's just, a fair amount of work. But whatever support issues come in, we handle them as quickly as we can. If somebody says they didn't receive tracking, or they don't know where their package is, or they ordered it 3 weeks ago, or whatever, their concern is, then we make sure to go into the eBay account, find the tracking numbers, actually track them for the customer, and then send them those pages just to make sure they're happy. And we haven't gotten nearly, like, 1 out of 10, I would say, is probably a bit of a high ratio. We've sold, just from this site
like
alone,
1 out of 100.
Yeah, actually, maybe around there, because I've only gotten maybe 5 or 6 issues from this site, and that's 365 sales. So, and some do contact us through the Facebook page, but again, you just have to make sure that any of your contact mediums, anywhere that the customer can contact you, you have somebody check that, which my assistant also does.
Cool. And also, guys, we'll have a big Q&A at the end, so I'm going to let Dylan kind of plow through some content here since we're a half hour in already. Want to make sure and get to the meat of this for you guys.
Let me maximize this. With this up, I can't see the question, so that's on you right now, Jack. Is that cool?
I got it.
Let me just make sure that's going to work. Okay, you already handled that. Maybe I'll show you. You already handled that. All right, so we picked a product. So what now? Now we got to set up a giveaway, right? Now, everybody's seen giveaways being done on Facebook. It's nothing revolutionary. We're not doing anything crazy. It's super easy, right? It's just basically an image with a couple of links, or actually one link and a bit of text, all right? So what we want to do is incentivize these people to opt into our funnel, okay? So this is what our giveaways look like. Jack, can you get a hold of this page right now, Jack? Are you...
Let me see. I don't know that I have content admin to this one, actually.
Okay, well, you don't even need content admin. Just jump into the actual Facebook page and grab the URL for this post and throw it up in the chat so everybody can see it.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're just going to link you to the actual post. So right now we're basically giving you our niche plus our page plus our tracking and everything else. So you can actually see what we're doing, the engagement that we're getting, and everything else, okay? So this is the giveaway. All right, it says, are you a prepper? Get a free pack of survival seeds for your bug out bag. So if you don't know, this is why it helps to do a little bit of research in the niche that you're getting into. A bug out bag is basically, if anything gets crazy with, like, doomsday preppers, they have a bag that they can grab and go, and it has everything that they're going to need to survive, typically for 72 hours, but then they'll have other bags for longer terms. So we say step 1, like and share this post, which obviously Facebook isn't giving you as much organic reach as they used to with things like this, but it does still work. But that is obviously to increase the virality of the post. Step 2 is go here. So we put in a tracking link. You can see it says KW equals FB post on the end. So we know exactly where all these users are coming from, whether they're coming from our post or our emails or something like that. And then it says, that's it. This is our way of saying thank you. And I never noticed. Don't pay attention to the comment that Jack screenshotted in here. That was not in the actual survival seeds bag. I didn't even notice that. But this is exactly what we do, guys. And this, if Jack posts that link in the chat, then you'll be able to see exactly what this goes to.
I didn't post the right link, but you'll be able to follow what I posted to where it's supposed to go.
Did you send it to the whole audience? Because I haven't
Yeah,
got it.
yeah, I did.
Can everybody see that link? Just post in the questions box that you can see it, so everybody can see exactly what we're doing here.
No, no, no. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I can't see it in the chat either. Just make sure it
Paste.
goes to the whole audience.
Send to all. Ha! Yes, I did mess it up. There it is. Cool, cool.
I still don't see it. I don't know what's going on. As long as they can see it, I'm not sure if there's an organizer issue here
They're
or
seeing
not.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
they're seeing it. I don't know what's going on your end.
Beautiful. So that'll give you the actual post. All right. So there we go. So you can see exactly what we do on that Facebook post. You can see how we interact with our users. You can see the comments, the shares, everything. All right. So that is exactly how we set up that giveaway. Click that link. It'll bring you to the actual opt-in page. Okay. So what happens after somebody opts in to receive the free survival seeds? You want to redirect them to a thank you page where you sell the same thing after giving it away. Now I'm just going to load both of those pages, Jack, just so that they can see on my screen, if that makes sense.
Cool.
Let me just load it up here. Oh, this plugin always gets in the way. All right, so the first one would be this, which is our opt-in, and the second one would be this. Okay, so this is the opt-in page. Super, super simple. I use, I don't know if anybody on this call has it, but I use Profit Builder to build this. I've actually templated this opt-in page, which, you know, it's super basic, so you wouldn't think I would need to template it, but it's just to make it quicker. So all we ever need to do if we want to duplicate this funnel is come in, replace this graphic, replace a bit of the headline, replace the niche down here, and the form code, and the entire thing is done. The entire opt-in page is complete. So that's all this is, and this is obviously connected to our survival seeds list. And as soon as they opt in here, they will go to this page. Okay. Now the key points to think or to remember on this page, you want to use every opportunity to get them to like and share your post. All right. If when you're on your Facebook page that you're posting your ad to, go up into the top right of that ad or that post, and you'll see like an arrow pointing down. Click on that arrow and choose embed post. Okay. And that'll give you like a whole bunch of HTML. But if you put that into a page that accepts HTML, you'll get an output like this. So people can actually like your page, click your links and share it and everything from outside of Facebook, which does help with engagement. Okay. So we embed that on the thank you page. And then at the bottom, we say, don't feel like waiting, get one on closeout right now. And then click here to get your survival seeds. And for anybody using product pages, this will obviously look familiar. I think our timer is going to be expired, but that's not a big deal. So you can see we have our domain name here, survival seeds, a graphic with the product on it. If you want to put a second graphic on, you can put as many actually graphics as you want. If you want to put 6 or however many, we describe the offer here. So limited time only, $32.99. So again, guys, this is perceived value. This isn't obviously, retail value. You can basically put whatever price you want on it. Keep it realistic. You want to basically price it at something that people are actually going to pay or would be willing to pay for it. And then your price. So we're selling this one for $21 with free shipping. So you can see, like typically when we do shipping costs, it's about $3. So $18 retail plus $3 shipping costs. We're just building it in. Not sold in stores. Perfect holiday gift. Guaranteed safe and secure checkout via PayPal, Visa, MasterCard. Click buy it now below. And when they click that, they would go to PayPal. And that is exactly how we sell it. Okay. So let me pull this over. You have any points on this page or anything there, Jack?
No, you're doing good, man.
Let me bring this over. Just let me know if you can see that full screen again.
Yep, good to go.
Beauty. So you want to redirect them to the thank you page, and that's where you sell them the same thing that you were giving away. Now, that's one good thing to remember. I've dealt with a lot of people that are trying to do this, people that are actually like established marketers and make good money online, that try to get fancy, right? They try to give away something super, super cool and then sell something completely unrelated. Okay. So let's just a completely random example. I used to do this in the fitness niche a long time ago. And our giveaway was for a Fitbit, but the things we were trying to sell were like bracelets and, little knick-knacky things. It didn't work at all, right? Because they're coming into your funnel because they're interested in the Fitbit. So why would they be interested in a sticker or a magnet or whatever you were trying to sell to them after that? Okay. So the thing to remember is whatever you're trying to get them into the funnel with is what you want to sell them while they're in the funnel. Okay. Anyway, so again, this is what the thank you page looks like. We already covered that. So we'll skip forward. But yeah, we get a lot of our sales right from that thank you page, from that link on the bottom. That's probably where we get, well, I don't know, we get a good percentage, maybe 20% of our sales from there. A lot of people really don't want to wait to see if they get one for free. So they just go ahead and buy it instead. Now, another key point to remember, if you're going to be giving these away for free, actually give some away, right? Run contests, things like that. Use it to create like social interactions on your page. But just make sure that you actually do it, right? We want to be honest with this. We want to be giving things to people to create that interaction and create the buzz on the page and things like that. So, all right. So from there, we have them on our Facebook page. They've clicked through, they've opted in, they've seen the thank you page. Now we want to follow up with them if they haven't purchased. Okay, so we have a full funnel set up, and you want to make sure that you have the proper email sequence in place for this. So let me just see. This is where you're going to make the majority of your sales. Okay, so we just follow up with the people that opted in to win and continue to sell the same product. So we typically run this for 5, 6, 7 days or so. And that will allow us to get the maximum amount of sales that we can. So I'll jump into get response and show you guys our follow-up. Let me just move that out of the way. And here's get response. Okay, so you can see our autoresponder campaign is survival seeds right here. All right, and we have, what is this, 10, technically 11 emails. You can also see we're not really running traffic to this niche anymore. Okay, there is some stragglers getting in, but we're not actively running ads to it. But yeah, that'll work. We basically send these at the same time that people sign up every single day. Okay, sometimes we'll skip a day just to kind of give them a break. After 3 or 4 days, we'll give them a day off, and then we'll come back and we'll give it another shot. If they don't buy any of these products within the first 7 days, we'll try another product. We'll send them an info product or something like that, or maybe a downsell with a sticker, a magnet, what have you. And then we'll pretty much cut it off after 10 days, right? If they haven't purchased by then, I don't want to keep peppering people with emails. But we do try to move all of our buyers off of the prospect or the opt-in list and move them over to a buyer's list where we can nurture them further. Okay. So I'll just open up an email. I'm just going to do it this way. You can read that, Ajak. The quality's fine.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. So I'll just read this out real quick. So, hey there. Thanks for signing up to win one of the survival seed packs. Be sure to check your email every day to see if you've won. So what we're doing there is saying, we're going to be emailing you every day. So check, because that's where we're going to announce winners, right? So if you see an email from us, open it. Okay. We'll be picking winners randomly, and we will need your shipping information, obviously, because we wouldn't be able to get it to them otherwise. If you don't want to wait on luck, you can get one now on closeout, and then that's where we lead them to our sales page again for $21. We're low on stock, so don't delay. If you want one for yourself or for a present, you'll be getting a message from us tomorrow with a winner. Be sure to open it up. Until then, have a great one. Cheers. And then we just sign off as whatever domain we're selling on. Okay, so right now the domain is called T-Spoke. But if you're doing this under like a branded domain, if you had like survivenow.com or something, you were actually trying to get a foothold on the niche, then sign off as that. And then the link again to that special is here. And then click here to get to that. And essentially that's the same that we send them every day, right? But we build in the people that we're giving the product away to. Okay, so the survival seed winner for today is Stacy. Now Stacy actually would have won, and we're just putting it in the autoresponder. Okay, and then it's basically the same information. There'll be another drawing. Don't miss the email from us tomorrow for the winner. Important. If you don't want to wait on luck and risk not getting a survival seed pack, get one here. It's closeout special. Not many are left. Click here to get one now. Okay, so you'll see a pattern as I go through these. We're announcing another winner, Johnny Riley. It's pretty cool. 30 different varieties, right? It's the same thing, minor variations on it, but essentially the same thing, just to get them to click over and purchase them from the site. Okay, so we do that for 7 days, and then we want to share a new review from Justin. Check out what he said. The seeds were a great find. And this is another good point, actually. I didn't even really think about this, but if you do get any responses, like we've had people purchase our products and then take pictures of them, or like take selfies with our products, depending, obviously they're not going to do it with a pack of seeds, depending on the product, but they'll take a selfie with it and actually post it to our Facebook page, which is perfect, right? Contact them, ask them if you can use it in an email, throw it in your autoresponder follow-up, and that's wicked social proof, right? Yeah, and then we just do this for 7 days. You can see the emails kind of taper off a little bit. They get a little thinner towards the end of it, just because we don't want to be crushing them with email content, things like that. And then we would just move on to another product and try to sell something else, which we have sold some of these as well.
Just to touch on real quickly.
Go for it. Just getting some more.
Two things. First thing is, so we want to give them a lot of content out the gate, like Dylan was saying, but our emails get shorter towards the end because essentially we want to get them to the buy button as quick as possible, right? They already know who we are. They've already branded. We've already given away some product. Now we just, we want to get people to the buy button, right? We want to find those people on the list that are opting in and get them to the buy page as quickly as possible and off of this opt-in list and onto our buyers list, because that's really where the value in this happens. So, and then point two is, if Dylan will show you up real quick, scroll up to the top of your GetResponse account. If you have GetResponse, this works really awesome. If you have Aweber or something else, I don't know if you can do this, but if you click on messages, Dylan, and then the fifth one down says preload. You don't have to click on it right now, but you can if you want to. But essentially, those 6 messages right there, what we do is we just click that preload button and copy those same 6 messages over to the next campaign for whatever product we're selling, change like 3 words in each email, and the next funnel is live and ready to go. So that's all you have to do. It freaking takes 5 minutes. You're good to go, and you're on to the next thing. So don't overcomplicate this. Just kind of, duplicate the emails and move on to the next thing. So once you have set up one funnel, you've basically set up every funnel and you're good to go. Just wanted to touch on that quick.
Yeah, man. I'm just going through the questions to make sure we don't have anything.
No, I think we're good. I've been keeping up on it.
Perfect. I'll just move on. Okay, so like I said, this is where you'll make the majority of your money. Let me hop over to the next one. And click play. There we go. So the traffic, now you have everything in place to start making sales for your product. So you'll have created the Facebook page ahead of time. You will choose your product, create your page or create your post on your Facebook page, create your opt-in page, create your thank you page, and then whatever medium you choose to sell on. Product pages is a good choice for this. ClickFunnels also works. Profit Builder works. Essentially anything that you can process a payment on will work. Okay. So you have all those pages created. Now you want to get your traffic going. I don't even know why I keep maximizing this. I keep getting out of it. So we're going to jump over to Facebook. I'll show you how to, I'm not going to show you the actual setup of the page post engagement campaign, but I'll show you a campaign that we've run before. And you can see all the stats and you'll be able to see what we target and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know how to set up Facebook ads. It's nothing new. We'll show you the targeting,
Yeah, this
and
is nothing crazy at all.
I'll throw in some stuff after Dylan's done about why we've done the things we've done as well. So
Okay, so you can see this is the exact same post that we just linked you guys to, right? The Clever Prepper. It's like and share. Go here, click this link, see more, and you can see the interactions that we've got. Okay. So like I said, we're not running this right now. We stopped running this October 17th, which you can see here. We were getting that page post engagement. Well, there we go. So you can see the engagements that we were getting day to day, right? Per post engagement is 2 cents. I bit my lip. It's 2 cents. And that is mainly because we're telling them to like and share, right? So there's going to be a lot of organic social reach in this, which is what's going to lower that for us. Now, the good thing about this campaign, the reason that it was profitable is because we had so many website clicks, because we're actually telling them to go to our website. So you can see we paid $95 for almost 2,000 website clicks. If you can't monetize that, you're using the wrong product or something is wrong with your offer, okay? I don't even want to do the calculation on that because it's a ridiculous amount per click. Actually, Jack, can you do the calculation on that really quick?
yeah, I'll do that real quick.
1,715 clicks for 95 bucks.
About $95. So 18 clicks for $1.
So what is that? Here, let me.
So $1 divided by 18. Hang on.
95 divided by 1715. So we're getting clicks for 5.5 cents per website click, which, you know, it's not this penny click or 2 cent clicks or free clicks or whatever, but it's fantastic, right? You're not going to get that anywhere else. And it's still kind of difficult to get that on Facebook, right? So you can see 1,715 website clicks, 1,510 post likes, 1,321 shares, and then 1,380 other actions, which would be considered like post views, photo views, things like that, okay? You can see we kept our size pretty high. A lot of people, well, first of all, the Facebook ad platform is always changing. So number one, you got to try to keep up with that, which is a bit of a pain. But number two, a lot of people try to do this with really niche down, tight-knit groups, right? I see a lot of people doing like 15,000, 50,000, 75,000 people, and you're just not going to get the traffic and you're not going to get the social reach. So you got to bump that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me touch on that really quickly.
Go for it.
So what I've found is, and there's a bunch of questions, and we'll get to these in here in a second, guys. I did this on purpose over 1 million people because what I've seen happening, especially when you use a PPE, a page post engagement ad, the bigger the audience that you have, as long as it's still targeted, the cheaper your cost per engagement is going to be. Because essentially what happens is you have a huge herd of people that come to your ad and all engage and all interact, and basically the entire prepper audience is seeing this ad at the same time, and they're all bouncing off each other and getting all excited. Whereas if we were to drill down into an audience of 10,000 people or something, this page post engagement ad isn't really going to work, right? We might get a lot of website clicks, but with what we're trying to do with these page posts, and we're building engagement, the larger the audience almost, you know, you don't want to get too big. You don't want to have 25 million people or something, but I try to be over 1 million people because I want kind of a ravenous flood of people to the ad, because it immediately builds up that engagement, drives our click-through rate up, drives our costs down, rather than having to wait and spend, you know, $40 or whatever to get that up if we were targeting an audience of 15,000 people. So I hope that makes sense.
Ravenous. We want ravenous. A ravenous flood of people.
Boom.
Yeah.
There's a headline.
There you go. I'm just going to touch on a couple of questions just because they're here and they're relevant to this. So our daily budget, typically, this is from Sam. He asked what the daily budget is. Typically, we'll start off at $20 and nothing crazy. We'll run it for a day. If it's not profitable, it's not profitable. We kill it. If it is profitable, we can go to 50, go to 100, what have you. Okay.
Which is a huge sticking point. So let me interject here as well. If you, on $20, if your product's going to work, you'll have made a sale. Period.
At least one sale.
Period. Like, if you don't make a sale within $20, pause the ad and move on.
Don't
Like,
get attached to campaigns.
yeah, like we made that mistake, and I've made that mistake a ton of times myself, where I'm like, oh, but it's such a cool product, and what if I spend another $50? Like, I might make, what if somebody buys 3 of these, whatever. No. It always works better if you just, in $20, if your targeting's on, you're getting a good, like if your click-through rate's over 1 or 2%, like we have what, does that say 9.978%?
Yes, sir.
Something insane. So if your click-through rate's way up there like that and your costs per engagement are down, you will make a sale within $20, and if you don't, it's your product. So move on to the next one.
Yes. Mr. Rob said, are you using Audience Intersect? You can see it here. You can only see it because I have it activated. We don't actually run it that often. It's a test. I think I've run it on, what, 2 ads, something like that.
We weren't using it on this ad. It's just there because it's activated on the account.
Yeah, if we were running it on this ad, you would see interests here, and then below it, whatever intersects, and it would say, and, interest down here. So, okay, perfect. Let's move. You think I covered that okay? Did I cover that okay? Does everybody, did you guys get everything here in this little like Facebook segment of it? Or do you want me to expand on something? Yes, yes.
Getting quite a few yeses. Would retargeting have helped or hurt this campaign? Helped this campaign.
I don't think retargeting can ever hurt, really.
No, I mean we retarget pretty much everything, right, Dylan?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, now that because Facebook never used to make retargeting easy, first of all, okay? You would always have your pixel, and then you would come in and, if I ran 3 days worth of traffic, just because I get busy, so I run 3 days worth of traffic to an opt-in page, but I never, I never created the audience. Facebook never used to allow you to go in and create the audience and backdate that audience, right? So you would lose out on that 3 days worth of traffic, essentially. Now, as long as you have your pixel activated on that page, you can backdate however long, and it'll actually go back and it'll collect all those profiles and put them on your audience, right? So as long as you have something hard-coded into all of your pages, so what I do, and actually I'll just show you just so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Go to settings, header footer code right here, as long as this loads. And you can see I'm going to have my Facebook pixel. So now what that does is it puts it on absolutely every page on this domain. Doesn't matter what page they go to, it's on that page, okay? So I don't even have to create my audience, but I have my, this is my failsafe right here, right? So if that campaign is good or break even, then I can go into my Facebook audiences, create an audience, say I want this page, this page, this page. It'll go back. Facebook will say, okay, you've had 1,715 clicks to that page. We can match that with 1,715 profiles. Here's your audience of 1,715 people. And then I can start targeting those and increasing the ROI on the campaign. Okay, so it's a lot easier now than it used to be because you never used to be able to do that. And someone asked, have we tried books? We haven't tried books yet, physical or digital. We've sent traffic to info products, but those didn't convert very well. So it's probably the product. Traffic. I full screened it so I could say bye, basically.
So just to, somebody asked, why did we stop running it? It just depends, either it dies down via sales or we're not making the profit margins that we want it to be. It just depends, Obviously, we're not giving you our best, most awesome converting product right here. That wouldn't make sense. This was one that worked decently well for us, but we weren't making money hand over fist on it, so we just decided to pause it because it wasn't worth the effort.
Well, that on top of we're going a different direction and we're actually creating a brand and a company in a different niche, so we're focusing.
Yeah, so that was part of the story. So and we'll hold another webinar on that, but this is for future things.
All right, so basically I'll just close out the PowerPoint, and then we'll answer questions and stuff and dive into that. So just to
Cool.
make sure that I don't miss anything, your very first product might not be a winner right off the bat. Not a big deal. You know what I mean? Move on to another one, test it. Don't get attached to products. Don't get attached to campaigns. Get attached to numbers. Get attached to metrics. Make sure that you're militant with actually going through and checking your numbers and saying, okay, I'm in ROI or I'm in profit, so I'll keep this running, or I'm losing money now, so let's kill this and move on. Okay. Try a few different products using the formula that we showed, and you'll find a bestseller soon. It shouldn't take long. We typically like 1 in 3 blow up for us. So this system can be used in nearly any market. I can't really think of any markets that this can't be used in. All you have to do is find a best-selling product, and you can scale that indefinitely. If you can scale one product, find something related to it, create another funnel, scale that one as well, right? Adding upsells, cross-sells, and all kinds of different products, and it can be very profitable if done correctly. Questions? So just really quick on this. Did we have? Oh yeah, we were upselling a T-shirt actually. A Second Amendment T-shirt on this. I think we only sold a couple of them. I don't think that did very well, but that was a logistics issue on our side as well, where we had to disconnect between PayPal and our actual commerce site. But once you add in upsells, throw in cross-sells in the follow-up series, then you can increase your ROI even more, right? A good thing to remember that we're doing now, like I said, we're building a brand. We're actually putting a company behind these. Don't necessarily try to focus on duplicating and replicating funnels over and over again. If you can find a funnel in a niche that's doing well, try to dive into that niche, right? You already have a buyer's list. Like we already have, how many thousands of people do we have in the survival niche now, Jack? Do you remember?
On that one, I think is like 1,700 or 2,000 or something like that.
Okay, so we have 2,000 people in the survival niche, right?
And that's one of our small ones, just so you guys know.
It's probably our smallest.
Yeah.
But that's our survival niche list. So now, if we can make this profitable, there's no reason really to go and try a different niche, right? Just find something else in the survival niche and replicate the system with the new related product, and you're building out your customer base and your prospect list in a single niche, right? Because other more general products in that niche are going to have a greater response, obviously, if you send them, if we had 3 or 4 different lists in this niche that were 2,000 people, we can just take a general survival product and send it out to all 4 of them and get a better response, right? So essentially what we're doing now, and this is more advanced, we're not going to cover it in this webinar, but it's a little tidbit for our next webinar or one of our upcoming webinars, is so now we have an established funnel or multiple established funnels in a certain niche. Now we're building a brand behind it, all right? We're creating logos, we're importing from China, we're registering a corporation, we're doing fulfillment by Amazon to take away some of the pain that is associated with ordering from eBay and fulfilling that way, right? So now we can take Amazon links, we're the vendor and the affiliate on those links, put those into our autoresponder follow-up, and now we have hands-free fulfillment to our own products, right? So that completely automates the process, okay? But again, we're in the initial stages of it. We're going to have a lot more information on that in the coming webinars, but just a bit of a tidbit. So are you watching the question?
For now.
Just going to get a drink.
For now, focus on finding that one product that's going to convert for you, We'll get there and we'll show you guys what we're doing with Amazon and all that stuff, but I would say take this next week, fire up some Facebook ads. I mean, you should probably be, with what we showed you, you should find a winner within your first $40 or $60. If you take $20 for 3 campaigns, you should probably find a winner there, and then scale it up. That's really all there is to it. Ryan says something selling well on eBay or Amazon would work in a specific niche. Yeah, basically. I mean, so if it's selling well on eBay and Amazon, that's something that we would try and go after. Is this recorded? I want to watch again. Yes, Denny. We'll send out the recording. Give us a little bit to render it, but we'll shoot it out to you guys here in a couple hours.
Yeah, we'll have to render it and burn it. Mr. Rob says he's got his football stuff all ready to go for the earbuds. That's perfect.
Yeah, I saw that. He jumped on that.
That's good. I'm just going to clean up some of mine here. Did we answer all the questions going all the way back?
I think so. If we didn't answer something, go ahead and drop it again, guys. But I think we've got everything. I've been kind of keeping track of stuff.
All right, I'm going to close out a bunch of these. Yeah, Mr. Rob mentioned ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is a good system. We're testing it right now too. The thing
WordPress theme. Okay.
What's
Go
that?
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The thing that I like about ClickFunnels, I have ClickFunnels integrated with my Stripe account, and you can actually do seamless one-click upsells. So we're testing that right now, which could be big. So again, that'll be covered in a future webinar or emails or what have you.
Sneaky stuff.
Yeah.
So Oliver wants to know what WordPress theme and what e-commerce plugin. So we're using Profit Builder, but it doesn't really matter. We're using, we've used Profit Builder for opt-ins. We've used product pages for product sales pages. We've also used ClickFunnels. We're kind of testing a few different things right now. E-commerce plugin, well, what we're using right now on the one we just showed you was product pages. But we're using ClickFunnels in a bunch of other markets as well. So it's just kind of whatever works for you.
We're essentially testing a bunch of things just to see response and see what's going to perform the best, right? Just because we're using Profit Builder doesn't mean you have to use Profit Builder. We're using Profit Builder only for the opt-in page, right? So if you have an opt-in page that you like, or you know how to do very, very basic HTML, go for it. You don't need to go out and buy a product, right? Product pages, we use that because it ties into a t-shirt printing system. It ties into their API, so we can automatically order t-shirts from a website called tshirtgang.com and have those shipped directly within like 72 hours to the customer if they choose to buy the upsell, which is why we're using that. It's a good system. I don't even think it's on sale right now, to be honest, but you don't necessarily need that either. Profit Builder covers both of those, right? So you can create e-commerce templates as well as opt-in templates. But if you have Optimized Press 1 should still do stuff like this because a lot of people are going to have that.
Yeah, I think you could do it with pretty much anything.
JT says, so you can do a PPE ad and send them to an external website. You can, because you're doing PPE on the actual post. You're not doing, PPE on the link or anything like that. Just include the link in the actual content of the post, like you can see. Is my screen still active?
Yeah, we can see the ad.
Okay, so you can see right here that I have my link. That's my tracking link there. So I'm doing PPE on the post, but through that, a lot of those clicks are going to go directly to this link, right? Because they're going to want to go there to win one for free. So yes is the answer. We already answered e-commerce plugin. Okay, this is a good question. Sam asks, is there ever a situation where you get one sale through $20, but then it'll die down? Do you keep running it, and at what point do you kill it? That's where it gets tough, and it's not necessarily at one sale, because if I get one sale and $20, but in the next $20 I don't get another sale, then I consider that like essentially a fluke and I'll kill it, right? But let's say I'm making $11 or $15 profit on each sale, okay? And I'm spending $100 a day. I have to essentially get 9 sales or 8 sales to maintain profit. Now, am I going to hit profit every single day on that? Maybe, maybe not, right? If I hit 6 sales, let's just say I get $10 profit to keep the numbers round. So if I get 6 sales, that's $60 in profit or $60 coming back to me, but I'm down 40 because I spent 100 on ads, right? But if you look at it, spending $100 on ads is not necessarily a bad thing because you're probably going to add 600 or 700 people to your list, right? When we started with these niches, we were adding 1,500 people a day to a list. I think we built What was our biggest list? I don't want to say the niche, but our biggest list. How quickly did we build that? 7,000 people in a week?
Oh yeah, it was at least 7,000 the first week, and we're like 15, 20,000 at this
14,000 or
point.
something now? 14,
Yeah.
15,000?
So I mean, it goes quick. Like Dylan said, $100, you'll be adding 1,000 people to your list.
Now that's not always going to happen, so don't think that, as soon as you start this, that's going to be crazy. It depends on your niche, depends on your product, whatever else. But the point is, even if I take a $20 loss on the day, I still added, 1,000 people or 500 people to my list that I can market to. I make one sale on a different product to those people in a follow-up series, and I'm back in profit. Okay, so essentially, you're building your asset completely free, right?
That, and you have to remember, if you build in upsells, right? So let's say you lost that $40 in Dylan's example, but you sold you sold one upsell, right? Well, you're basically breaking even at that point or close to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it just kind of depends.
Oliver Brandt says, "Have you tested Rapid Mailer Autoresponder or WP plugin?" Oliver, I've tested it because I'm the one that sold it. Same thing with Profit Builder, but we don't necessarily use that in this system. We like to separate our accounts essentially. So we have our software products and things like that in one account, our niche funnels and things like that in another account. But right now we're not running anything in Rapid Mailer. So. But there's no reason that you can't use it if you have it, right? And you have all the integrations and your Mandrill account or SES or whatever you choose to use set up in that, then feel free. I'm just going to clean up some of my questions. I don't know if there's any that you saw that we missed or anything like that.
No, I think we're good, man. Any other questions, guys, before we let you go? We're just over the hour mark here, so don't want to take up too much time. Again, we'll be mailing the replay out here shortly after the call, so... Are you testing Shopify too? We haven't actually with this.
Can I touch on that, actually?
Yeah, you can.
I've tested Shopify.
Yep.
I've tested Shopify a lot. I've sent well over $1,000 in traffic to Shopify. Well, actually, $1,000 in one campaign. I do not like Shopify. If you're just starting out, I don't recommend it. Okay. It's very, very in depth. The configuration process is much more troublesome than it needs to be for what we're starting out with. Okay, get yourself an easy e-commerce theme. Okay, something like Product Pages or Profit Builder or ClickFunnels or something like that you can deploy quickly. The point is to be able to deploy this quickly. And I'm not even sure if you can do upsells in Shopify. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I'm not sure. So don't quote me on that. But the way we're doing this is a lot more seamless, and it takes a lot less time. So I don't recommend Shopify, but if you already have it, you're used to it, use what you have.
Yeah, Simon. So Product Pages is probably the easiest place to start if you guys want a definitive answer.
Yeah, Product Pages you can get set up in an hour.
Yeah, it's super simple. After you try to do an upsell, how long after before you try another product with the same group of people?
You answer that, or you want me to?
Yeah, I can answer that. I mean, essentially, we don't really we don't really hold off on it. If we find another good product, we send it out. We don't mail them multiple times a day usually, but if you've got, one product on Monday and then you find something, that didn't sell, you can sell something else on Tuesday and see if it mails or see if it hits, We don't really hold back if we find something that we think is going to sell. We don't, like I said, we don't mail them 5-6 times a day because we don't want to lose people, but once a day is fine if we're trying to find those perfect products in the market we're going after.
I'm just making a quick note. Mark asked for the link on Product Pages. I don't think it's being sold right now, to be honest. I don't think.
Oh, it's not?
I don't think it's public. I know there's a launch coming up in December, but I'm going to do what I can to get a link for you guys. Basically, what we'll do is we'll send out this replay, and then we'll just have like a resources section. So if you want to pick up Profit Builder, product pages, ClickFunnels, I think that's all we're using, then you can. It'll be right there for you. So we'll just kind of amalgamate it all for you. Profit Builder is compatible with WooCommerce. Do you recommend it? I haven't used WooCommerce with Profit Builder. I don't necessarily see the need for it. I don't think you need something that cumbersome. You could just, create a one-off page, and it's going to save you the time that it takes to build it, the cost, everything else. So I would say don't go for it just yet. Try it singularly, and then move forward from there. Simon, any recommendation for tracking software? I track with Improvely, so improvely.com. Again, that'll be in the resources. But that's what I use, and it is a very in-depth system. You don't really need it if you're using ClickFunnels, to be honest, but if you're using anything else, it's good for seeing where your clicks are coming from. You can tag everything so that in your follow-up emails, you can see, okay, well, I sold this, or sorry, this person opted in on, October 26th on this page, but he actually bought my product on November 4th from this email. He clicked this link in that email and bought my product. So it's really in depth in what you can actually accomplish, but it does have a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah, it's pretty complex. And
it is, yeah.
When you get to the point where you've got a robust funnel going, you need it, but I would say don't even attempt it right now if you're just starting out, because it's just going to confuse you. I mean, Dylan had me learn that. It took me like a week to figure it out. It's
pretty in depth.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend it to start off. Guys, the main thing that we want to do here is encourage you to do things and do them quickly, okay? There's something that I focus on a lot in my business, and anybody that knows me will know I focus on this a lot. It's called an MVP, okay? MVP is minimum viable product. So what's the bare minimum that I can do to get something to market as quickly as I can without having all the overhead and all the time wasted, okay? Which is why we do arbitrage. If I wanted to do something in the survival niche, let's say I wanted to sell gas masks. I don't know why I would ever want to sell gas masks, but hypothetically, let's say I did. There's a lot more that's going to go into that, because now I have to, and let's say I don't want to do it through eBay, right? I want to develop my actual company and just dive head first. There's a lot that's going to go into that. I have to now, ship in from China. I have to go through branding and logos and, corporate licensing and everything else that I'm going to have to do just to sell one product. We don't want to do that. We want to be able to put up 3 of these a day and see what sells and kill the 2 and keep the 1, right? So always think minimum viable product. What's the least amount of work, the least amount of time I can spend on this before I make money, and then move forward, okay? Sometimes, and I'll be totally honest with you guys, sometimes we sell things and we don't even have them, right? I'll sell a sticker, let's say for $6, that I've never printed. I've just had a design done for $25, okay? Now, if I can sell 5 of those, right, for, $15 or $25 or what have you, then I'm going to make a profit. Now I'll say, okay, let's go order these stickers in. When they get here, we'll ship them out. If I don't sell any, then I'm not going to order them. I'll just go in and I'll say, okay, to the person that ordered, I apologize. We ran out of stickers. I'm going to refund your purchase for you, and maybe send them a gift or something, like a free magnet if I have one or something like that. But the point is to get it done and get it done quickly, okay? And that, that's going to make sure that you can get the most amount of data as fast as possible for the lowest cost, okay? I hope that makes sense to everybody. It's just something that I focus on. I make sure to enforce in, my business and everything that I work on, so. Let's see. I don't think there are any other questions. Guys, we're going to take maybe another 5 minutes. If you have any last minute questions, feel free to post them now. Otherwise, we're going to shut her down and render this replay so we can get it out to everybody.
Hey, Oliver, we're going to see what we can do about getting you guys a link for product pages. I know it's not available if you're Googling it right now or trying to find it. We'll drop a link.
I'll get a link live. I'll get something for you guys.
It'll be underneath the replay on the replay page. So
yeah, just make sure you click the link when this is sent out.
Cool. Sorry if it was already answered. What's your end game for successful niches? So Simon, so basically every time we build a successful niche, we are building a brand and company around it, and sourcing our own products from China, and then scaling it up from there. That's the end game. And Dylan mentioned we're going to talk a little bit more about that on some other webinars. We really don't have time to go into it because it's a little more advanced, but we're going to be doing some more training over the coming weeks on that for you guys as well.
It's a lot more advanced. It's nothing that anybody on this call is ready for. I'm barely ready for it. The best way to learn is to do it.
We're dipping our toes in it.
Yeah, exactly. We're learning by failing, which I would prefer I do and show you guys than everybody here go and fail and do it. But yeah, the entire intention is to build a brand, build something that can grow and scale within an actual niche, an actual company. And then, if we want to continue that, then we will. If we want to have an exit strategy in 12 to 18 months, then we can do that as well. The resources section, we don't have one live on the call. We'll have one on the replay. So underneath the video on the replay page, it'll say resources, and we'll have a link to Profit Builder, product pages, ClickFunnels, Improvely, and whatever else I can get you guys in on. Anything else that we've mentioned, we'll have under there. Oliver says he has Rapid Mailer and he's tested it, works well. Yeah, man, whatever you have that works for you, use it. If you don't want to use GetResponse or Aweber or any crazy full systems like that, Rapid Mailer is a fantastic product. So. Perfect. I think we're good, man.
I think we're good.
There's nothing else coming in. So again, guys, thanks for coming on the call. We'll have a replay up for you probably within a couple of hours. Hopefully we can have an email out to you guys with the replay and the resources at 6 o'clock. And yeah, we'll have all the resources and everything on that page for you. So again, thanks for jumping on the call. I think there's one last question. It just came in now. I just want to make sure we're not avoiding anybody. How do you control delivery quantity, Amazon products, if you lead there towards 190? I have honestly, we haven't done anything with Amazon yet. We're just sending our first shipment to Amazon tomorrow or maybe tonight. But again, we'll have a webinar for you guys on that later. So.
Yeah, keep us posted on those earbuds, Rob.
Yeah, exactly. Just Mr. Rob, reply to the email that we send out because that comes to our personal email account. Just keep us informed, man. Let us know what you're doing, how you're doing with it, and if it works. If it works, we'll bring you on the next call as a case study. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for showing up. Jack and I appreciate it, but we'll get everything out to you in the next couple of hours. And just keep your eye on your email because we'll have some more case study / immersion type webinars